Perfect timing as we return in the Anytime Auto Sales Service and Detail broadcast booth sales service and side-by-sides. We wrap up the J&J Truck and Auto Body pregame show here with our first pitch coming in. And it should be right on time here. Mason Messenger walking into the batter's box right now. We'll get the starting lineups for the Hardhats here in just a moment. Again, it was kind of a scary scenario in warm-ups as Jace Caldwell took a baseball off the head was the word, and they weren't quite sure if he was going to be ready to rock for the starting lineup. I guess we'll find out when his scheduled spot comes up. But for now, first pitch coming in right at 4:30. It's ball one to Messenger. Take something off to Messenger, and it's a called strike, 1-1. 2 today in Mitchell, 2 at home tomorrow for senior night as we host Pierre. Curveball, a called strike 2. Deep ballpark, 340 to each pole, 420 to straightaway center. Oof. Hope these guys pack the Wheaties. Pitch up and in, 2-2. It's also 374 to deep left and right center, respectively. Little to no wind today. It is hot. Pitch kicks in the dirt. It'll be full to Messenger. Hunter Tillery is going to get the start. He made the trip with us here on the road. His opponent, Jackson Sadler, on the mound, who's currently got a full count pitch waiting in the wings for Messenger here. Full count. Ball 4, leadoff man aboard, Mason Messenger.
Leadoff walk brings to the plate second baseman number 10, Ryan Bachman.
Here's Ryan Bachman. Getting an early start here. No Nate Brown show today as we've got the doubleheader. We'll be back for an hour tomorrow before we kick it out to the Fitz for the doubleheader tomorrow. Then we're back grooving on a Thursday. And, of course, the Firecracker will come up night games every night starting at Saturday. Pitch underneath the hands, and it's called strike on Bachman. It'll be 0-1. Messenger at the bag at first after the leadoff walk. Sadler quickly into the stretch. And instead of throw over. Hardhats 25-10, Mitchell 15-9. Pitch home from Sadler is in there, called strike 2. So 0-2 quickly to Bachman. Here at Cadwell Park, the site of the 2019 state tournament later on this summer. Hardhats defending state champs. 0-2 is another throw over. Sadler taking his time. 0-2 home to Bachman. Chops it foul. Might have caught his foot. In fact, it did as he comes up hobbling a little bit. He'll walk it off. It'll stay 0-2. No hurry at all. Ready for the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Pulled the string. Sadler gets Bachman to go down swinging. That's a tough out. And it's the first one here. We'll get a look at Matt Hegre now stands in. A runner on first and 1 out. One on, 1 out. Bender in too tight. Defensively for Mitchell, it's Schmidt, Hegg, Larson, Schoenfeld across the diamond. McGinnis behind the plate. Nash, Miller, Max left to right in the outfield. This is speared at the bag at first, and it was caught on a line drive. Messenger's going to be doubled off, so a nice play over at the bag at first, and that will end the inning. They double him off. So the Hardhats go scoreless in the top of the first. Our second look at Hunter Tillery this season, and it'll come up next.
Streaming at FoxSportsRapidCity.com.
All right, so that change is now official as Jace Caldwell is going to be lifted, a late scratch from this game as he was hitting the head during warm-ups. Hope he certainly is all right, and we'll keep you updated throughout the course of the week, but he is not a go for at least game one in this matchup, so it'll be Jake Goebel over at the bag at first. Let's get you the starting lineups for the home team. Mitchell, as they're built by Connect Home Center and Ace Hardware. Connect Home Center, your hometown lumberyard since 1928. Ace Hardware, Ace is the place. Kobe Larson, the second baseman, stands in, takes a called strike one. Calvin Hegg on deck. He's the shortstop. Peyton Nash out in left. Carson Max will clean up. He's in right as Tillery, the lefty, fires a swing and a miss past Larson. Brady Hawkins will DH. Max Schoenfelder just had that nice double play over at the bag at first. Jared Miller in center. Ryan McGinnis behind the plate. And rounding out the order at third, Jonas Schmidt. Here's a swing and a miss. And on 3 pitches, Kobe Larson is down on strikes. Good start for Hunter Tillery.
Shortstop number 6, Calvin Hegg.
So here's Calvin Hegg, scoreless top of the first for the Hardhats. First pitch missing, the first ball of the inning from the lefty Tillery. He's a quick worker. We'll foul this one back our way. And that's a pretty good shot because we are well behind home plate here in the Anytime Auto Sales Service and Detail broadcast booth. There's truly a big field here. Called strike. And it'll be 1-2 to Hegg. Hunter Tillery wasting no time. I love it. Called strike 3. One swinging, one looking. 2 victims so far for Tillery, and I barely had a chance to blink.
Your attention, please. Not playing first base.
So here's Peyton Nash. Get you the particulars on Tillery. This will be a lefty-on-lefty matchup here for the batter Nash. Pitch upstairs for a ball. Tillery, 2.10 ERA. He made one appearance earlier this year, took the win. It was against Renner, in which he went 3 1/3, gave up 1 run, 2 hits, 2 walks, struck out 3 batters. Falls behind a Nash 3-0. Pitch. Taking all the way, 3-1. Alex Weaver in left, Branson Keel in center, Drew Messer out in right. Hegry at the bag at third, Messenger, Bachman up the middle, Goebel takes over at first, and T-Mac, the Swiss Army knife, Thomas McGuire gets the start behind the plate. Fly ball to left, that's right in the kitchen for Alex Weaver. He'll make the catch, and a 1-2-3 inning for Hunter Tillery here on the road. Moving right along, the first of 2 here in Mitchell on this fine, hot Tuesday evening here in the great state of South Dakota. We step aside on Fox Sports Rapid City and Hardhats TV.
What if a bank wasn't built around money? What if it was built around you? Around people who choose us as the ones to secure not only their wealth, but their dignity. Their todays and tomorrows, doing great things, energizing entire communities. That is more valuable than money. And it's what we've built this bank to hold. First Interstate Bank. Built for you.
Top of the second inning in the Anytime Auto Sales Service and Detail broadcast booth. It'll be Alex Weaver to lead things off. They went down in order, despite the walk attributed to Messenger, an inning-ending line-out double play at the bag at first ended that attempt. So Alex Weaver will foul this one back. Be 1-1. Sadler works out of the stretch. Works much more quickly with nobody on base. Still out of the stretch. Another foul ball off the bat of Weaver makes it 1-2. He's going to rip this one down the line. That's a fair ball. Alex Weaver makes the turn at first. He's going to keep going, hungry for 2 bags. And he'll be in there, sliding in. Boy, he kind of let up at the end there, and that ball came quickly back in. But he is going to be safely in there for a leadoff double to kick off the top of the second. Now here will be the center fielder, Branson Keel, who digs in. Pitch in the dirt's going to kick away, but not far enough. Weaver will stay at second. Ball 1. We'll host Pier tomorrow, and then play a doubleheader Saturday, 1 game Sunday night. And, of course, games through Thursday as well. Called strike on Keel, 1-1. Hardhats in their powder blue jerseys for the tops, gray pants. Kind of faded mustard yellow for Mitchell. Pitch inside. Like Dijon mustard. See what I'm saying, Rick? Yeah. Again, little to no wind on a hot day here. Keel's going to pop this one up, carrying deep out to left, but this is a huge ballpark, and camping underneath to make the catch out and left for the first out is Nash. Throw is cut off as Alex Weaver will tag up and take third. So a runner on third and 1 out.
Brings up the DH, number 23, Blake Weaver.
Brings up Blake Weaver. So Weaver inserted into the lineup with Jace Caldwell, unfortunately getting hit in the head with a baseball. He was just underneath pitch charting for Tillery on the mound. I assume him and Sherby will be handling that today for at least game 1. Pitch high and outside to Weaver, 1-0. His older brother just 90 feet away at third base. Full slate of Major League Baseball tonight. You got to love it. Pitch home to Weaver on the ground. This is going to put the Hardhats up. Throw on the first 6-3 RBI ground out off the bat of Blake Weaver to score Alex Weaver. And the Hardhats lead 1-0 top of the second.
Number 29, Jake Goble.
And now base is empty for Jake Goble. Been a bit since we've seen Goble in the lineup. Excited to see that neon bat once again and see what it can do. As the pitch from Sadler with the bases empty and 2 away is a called strike. RBI ground out for Blake Weaver puts the Hardhats up 1-0 in pursuit of their 26th and 27th wins tonight. This is shot out to center. Plenty of room out there. A couple paces back. Miller's got it. That'll end the inning. Hardhats do strike first. Leadoff double off the bat of Alex Weaver. His younger brother Blake drives him home on a 6-3 RBI ground out. 1-0 Hardhats through an inning and a half. Moving right along in Mitchell. We head to the home half of the second next on Fox Sports Rapid City and Hardhats TV.
Leading off the bottom half of the second inning for Mitchell Post 18.
Home half of the second, the Anytime Auto Sales Service and Detail broadcast booth. Dylan Corbett here with you. Mitchell Black back in the studios for us in Fox Sports Rapid City. Ricky Larson, my partner in crime, to the right. And Tillery back out there. He worked a perfect first inning. And a nice start to inning number 2. Pumps a strike across, lefty-lefty matchup. Carson Max, a 1 count. Pair of punch-outs and a flyout. That was the first inning for the lefty. Hot shot right at Bachman at second. And a 2-pitch first out in the second inning.
Brings up the DH, number 5, Brady Hawkins.
Here's Brady Hawkins, the DH. One run on 1 hit for the Hardhats. No hits so far for Mitchell. That first run in the top of the second for the Hardhats is brought to you by Splash City, the #1 spot hot tub retailer in the Black Hills. Splash City on 1024 Omaha Street, where no dream is too small or too ambitious for your backyard. Brady Hawkins ahead in the count 2-0. 2-0 pitch from the lefty with nobody on, nobody out. This is lofted out to center. Keel running a long way. He's got blazing fast speed. He just makes it routine. He's going to catch that after running a good deal deep out to center, but still had plenty of room with the 420 mark being the straightaway center field wall. So a quick 2 outs for Tillery. Boy, you know, you hear major league ballparks. This is deeper than many major league ballparks. 340 to each pole and 420 to the straightaway center. First pitch swing for Schoenfelder. Keel, a much easier third out as he puts it away out in center field. 6 up, 6 down for Hunter Tillery. Hardhats lead at 1-0 as we head into the third on Fox Sports Rapid City and Hardhats TV. And we're back here in the top of the third inning. 1 run, 1 hit for the Hardhats. Mitchell's been held to without a base runner so far. And Sadler's going to head out there once again for his third inning of work. 20 minutes of game time so far. Loving this pace. Pitch outside. So it'll be 1-0. The Swiss Army knife at the plate, Thomas McGuire. 2-0 as he moves ahead in the count. Well, T-Mac's been swinging a hot bat of late. Of course, you know, when he gets to make the spot start as the team's primary backup catcher. Calls a great game behind the plate. And the bat's been coming along as well, which is a great sign over the last month or so. 3-0 pitch, takes all the way, and it's a 4-pitch walk to Thomas McGuire.
Leadoff walk from McGuire brings up the right fielder, number 13, Drew Messer.
Here's Drew Messer. Showing bunt, gets it down. It dies right there in the dirt. Second baseman's going to come over to cover the bag at first, and that'll be a sacrifice off the bat of Drew Messer. Larson over covering.
Shortstop, number 12, Mason Messenger.
And now here's Mason Messenger with the runner in scoring position. So the sack for Messer puts one away, puts McGuire out at second. Messenger walked his first trip, and he's greeted with a strike in his second. 0-1. Ground ball, hot shot at third, knocked down, and running into an out is McGuire. He took off on contact. That was hit right at the third base bag. Might have been a base running blunder there, as that's going to cut down the lead runner.
Number 10, Ryan Bachman.
So fielder's choice will nab him. And allow Messenger to reach for the second time early on here. And now 2 away for Ryan Bachman with the runner on first. Pitch. Low and inside. Bachman the only strikeout victim so far back in the first. Throw over to first is going to sneak away. On to second goes Messenger.
Messenger advances to second on the air.
That'll be the first error of the game on Mitchell. That'll go as an E1 on the throw over. So Sadler himself will move a runner back into scoring position. 1-0 inside corner, late called strike. 1-1 on Bachman. Bachman's not been too thrilled with the strike zone he's seen so far. Pitch in the dirt, blocked nicely. It'll keep Messenger at bay. But now it's 2-1. Major League Baseball set to kick off a full night in about an hour. Another called strike on Bachman underneath the hands. And we've got one of those showtimey umpires here today. Gives a nice emphatic point for each strike call. 2-2 curveball is going to hit him. Bachman will take the free bag at first. And it sets up first and second, still with 2 away for now, Matt Hegre.
Number 21, Matt Hegre.
So a big opportunity here for Hegre to extend this 1-0 Hardhat lead. We're in the top of the third from Mitchell, first of 2 on this Tuesday night. A little short 16 to 18 hour day trip here, right? Ripped to the bag at third, knocked down, and placing the ball on the bag for the force out to get them out of the inning is Schmidt over at the hot corner. 2 hot plays that he knocked down there in the inning. So the Hardhats will strand a pair through 2.5. They still lead it 1-0. Hunter Tillery working on something special here in his start so far. 6 up, 6 down. He returns to the mound next.
Streaming at FoxSportsRapidCity.com.
Home half of the third in the Anytime Auto Sales Service and Detail broadcast booth. Hunter Tillery back out there and quickly has 2 strikes against Jared Miller. He has faced the minimum so far, and he's ahead 0-2 on Miller, the center fielder. Tillery, the lefty, works with his 0-2 curveball, and it's dropped. He called that a strike. That was a called strike 3. Boy, the umpire barely even moved. McGuire heard the call clearly. Again, we're about a mile away from home plate here, but again, that was a called strike 3, so McGuire puts the tag on. That's 3 strikeouts now for Tillery. First out in the third, and now Ryan McGinnis, a cut and a miss. Yanks will play Toronto later. Half-hearted swing pulled the string on McGinnis, and it's 0-2. 3 pitches for the first strikeout of the inning, and now 0-2. Curveball just tapped that with the end of the bat. Yankees have been on a tear. Kind of scary last night, 10-8. They nearly gave it up late. But they have won. Boy, might have to count up all the W's here. They've won 9 of the last 10 games. Is that good? Pitch missing. It's 1-2. Tillery now into it, and this is fouled back. So a good job battling for McGinnis, the number 8 batter in the lineup. It'll be Chad Green against Clayton Richard tonight in the Bronx. Pitch outside. It'll be 2-2 to Tillery as McGinnis continues to battle. Looped out to shallow right center. Keel's not going to get there. It's going to end up being a double. Out to right center. Keel maybe just didn't take the best of routes to that one. It's going to fall in, and then McGinnis hustling the whole way turns it into 2 bags. First hit of the game for Mitchell. And now tying run in scoring position for number 9 batter Jonah Schmidt, who made a couple of nice plays defensively in the previous inning. First pitch curveball, called strike, going 1. Off the end of the bat, a lazy pop-up. Jake Goebel giving chase. He can't get there in foul territory. Drops into no man's land for strike 2. So Tillery ahead 0-2, looking for another strikeout. Won't get it here as it's chopped foul left of the third base bag. Oh, 0-2 pitch home. Foul tip at the plate. So back-to-back good at-bats from McGinnis and Jonah Schmidt battling. McGinnis fought and turned it into a double. Schmidt staying alive for another 0-2. Now he'll loop this out into shallow right. Messer, shading himself from the sun, will make the catch. 2 away.
Brings up the second baseman, number 4, Kobe Larson.
So first time through the order, scoreless for Tillery. Trying to get out of the inning now at the top with Kobe Larson, who went down swinging. Pitch on from the lefty. Curveball right there, strike 1. They got Larson on 3 pitches back in the first. Switched it up with the fastball. Can't get the call in the corner, 1-1. Waited on and served out to center. Keel's going to catch it at the kneecaps for the final out as he was charging in from straightaway center. So first hit of the game, it's a double by McGinnis. However, Tillery works around it, and he's got 3 scoreless in the books. We head to the 4th inning. Hardhats leading game 1 of 2 in Mitchell by a slim margin. It's just 1-0. You're listening to Fox Sports Rapid City and watching on Hardhats TV.
It's here. And here. There too. This way and that. Across the street and around the world. It's healthcare reinvented, and it lives in all of these places because we believe it should. That her and him and them all deserve healthcare that lives where they do. Sanford Health. Health lives here.
Quickly through 3 innings and only 30 minutes played so far. Dylan Corbett back here with you in the Anytime Auto Sales Service and Detail broadcast booth. The first of 2 in Mitchell. Quick stop here on this Tuesday night. Little day trip action. We're home tomorrow for 2. Get back late tonight. Appreciate Bubba. Of course, the mythical legend that is our bus driver. Everyone loves him. He even swung me over to the gas station here for a little snack before the game. First pitch, and we'll line one into left field. Alex Weaver's got himself 2 hits.
Single to left brings up the center fielder number 20, Branson Keel.
Nice start to the 4th. Weaver aboard with his 2nd hit. Halfway to the cycle, and now here's Branson Keel. A double and a single for Weaver so far. He's scored the only run. See if he can do the same here in the 4th. Hardhats lead at 1-0. Sadler quickly to the stretch and a throw over to first. Called strike on Keel. Keel flew out to left his first time up. Waits on a curveball, but still lines it foul, just a bit out in front. 0-2. Oh, 2 in the dirt, blocked. It'll be a 1-2. Blake Weaver on deck. He's got the only RBI. One, 2. Curveball. Just got a piece. It'll be 1-2 again. Alex Weaver, a 1-pitch single. He's at first with nobody out. Pitch low, so Keel up there battling. It's 2-2. 1 run, 2 hits for the Hardhats. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error for post 18. As Mitchell trails 1-0 at home here in game 1. Pitch inside. Keel works it to a full count. Full count, and it's lined into left. Went back to the curveball. Weaver was taking off on the pitch. He'll work first to third with some nice base running. And now the Hardhats with something brewing here. Keel lines the hit and run single on a full count. Alex Weaver trots from first to third, and Blake Weaver will stand in with nobody out. Pitch home. Blake Weaver takes a strike, an RBI ground out in the second inning for the game's only run. Throw over to first. Back in safely with a dive. Looped out to left. Catch made. Alex Weaver bluffs, but a good throw in is going to keep him at third. In fact, everyone will stay at their respective base paths. Peyton Nash flashing the arm. He put himself in great position for that fly ball, too, so it'll just be a lazy fly out off the bat of Blake Weaver for the first down. Here's Jake Goebel. Now with one out, they go double play depth up the middle. Outfield straightaway. Goebel will foul the first pitch he sees off out of play. 0-1, first and third, one away in the top of the fourth. Oh, 1 popped up, shallow center. Second baseman ranges back to make the play. Alex Weaver is going to bluff again. Another strong throw home, this time from Kobe Larson in short center. So the Hardhats put him on the corners with nobody out. Now all of a sudden there's 2 outs on 2 lazy pop flies. So it'll be up to Thomas McGuire, a 4-pitch walk to his credit in the third. Trying not to strand another pair of runners. Sadler does love throwing to first. It's my favorite attribute in the pitcher. Careful, right, sorry. Pitch home, a nasty curve. McGuire will take it for a strike. Oh, 1 hit on the ground. Shortstop gets to it. Strong throw. No chance. RBI infield hit. Thomas McGuire comes through for the boys. That'll bring home Alex Weaver. And I'll bring up Drew Messer now, first and second, with 2 away. What's nice about that, too, is really no chance for the shortstop there. It was playing in on the grass over at third. And this pitch is stung into the gap. Messer is going to be robbed of extra bases out in center. Miller takes away a couple of runs in the process as well. Tough break, but an athletic grab out in center field by the opponents. Hardhats still lead it 2-0, and look at that. We are 40 minutes into this game and already halfway through it, with the Hardhats leading 2-0 and Hunter Tillery on absolute cruise control on the mound. We'll talk to you on the other half of the break here on Fox Sports Rapid City and Hardhats TV.
FM and 1150 AM. Fox Sports Rapid City and streaming at foxsportsrapidcity.com.
Hunter Tillery back out there for the Hardhats. Just waiting for Thomas McGuire to get the pads on. Now he's set. And we are just about ready to rock with the home half of the fourth. Hardhats grab another run in the top of the fourth. Thomas McGuire provides it. RBI infield hit. And what I was going to say before that sparkling play out in center by Miller to rob Messer of extra bases was that's the advantage of having Keel on the base paths. Usually with one of those tough plays, shortstop moving to his right, you could get out of those tough plays instead of a long throw, just go short way. You cannot make that play with Branson Keel burning down the base paths. So that helped Thomas McGuire to his infield hit RBI. First pitch, a little cue shot. Bachman's going to charge. He tries to barehand it. He does. Makes a nifty play with the bare hand from the second base position to nab Calvin Haig. So a nice play for the first down. Here's Peyton Nash. And a pitch upstairs. 1-0. Lifted foul. In foul territory, it'll just sneak over to Mitchell dugout, third base side. So strike to Nash. 1 ball, 1 strike. Curveball outside corner as ruled by our home plate umpire, 1-2. Just got a piece at the plate. Can't get a piece of that. A nice sweeping breaking ball for a swing and a miss. Strikeout number 4 for Tillery. 2 looking, 2 swinging. And working on another 1-2-3 inning, he'll have to deal with Carson Max. And a called strike. That one sneaks away. It'll be a ball. Nice catch, T-Mac. Let's take a look at Tillery's pitch count so far. 1-1. You already know that's a strike. 1-2. He has been extremely economical. Pitch outside. It'll be a rare 2-2 count from the lefty. He's working on his 4th inning. He's just creeping up to only 45 pitches. And here's the 2-2. And it's off the glove of McGuire. It'll run full. He scattered 1 hit, has not walked a batter, and has struck out 4 so far. Full count pitch, 2 outs, and he lost him. So the dreaded 2-out walk, that'll bring the tying run to the plate, Brady Hawkins. But again, I would be shocked if we saw someone leave the yard tonight from either side. First pitch changeup. Tillery loves throwing some off-speed stuff. Keeps him guessing at the plate. Switches speeds with a fastball. Same spot. This time a called strike. 1-1. Hit high and deep out to left. Ranging back at the track and up against the wall. It's caught by Alex Weaver. Boy, I was about to have to eat crow there. But Alex Weaver saves my point and makes the catch crashing into the left field wall. Keeps them scoreless through 4. A little bit of a scare, but Tillery has moved his way through 4 scoreless, and the Hardhats lead at 2-0 heading into the 5th inning next.
Oh, 67 FM and 1150 AM. Fox Sports Rapid City. And streaming at foxsportsrapidcity.com.
Leading off the top half of the 5th inning for Rapid City. Leadoff hitter.
It'll be top of the order for the top of the 5th for the Hardhats. Mason Messenger, Bachman, and Hegrid to lead things off. Couple of nice plays in the outfield ended both halves of the 4th inning. Alex Weaver crashing into the wall out in left. Made the final play. And then Drew Messer was robbed in the 4th inning on a diving play out in right center. First pitch strike to Messenger, now the 0-1. That's right at the belt, 0-2. Messenger has reached twice. He is 0 for 1. Curveball pulled foul. We'll do it again. Oh, 2. Ripped into left, a base hit. Messenger's been aboard all 3 times.
Single to left field brings up the second baseman, number 10, Ryan Bachman.
Brings up Ryan Bachman, who was hit by a pitch his last time. Struck out prior to that. Hardhats lead at 2-0 in the top of the 5th. They've done it on 5 hits. Hunter Tillery has held his opponents to just 1 hit through 4. Has him out in front with a change, 0-1. Throw to first. Showing bunt, has to duck out of the way of it. Trying to push that runner over after a leadoff single. Creeping in on the grass over at third is Schmidt. Showing bunt, pulling it back. It's knocked down at the plate. And he kind of had to usher Bachman out of the way as it was tangled in between his feet. Now Bachman looking to swing on the 2-1. He takes inside. It'll be 3-1. Three and one, nobody out, and nearly hit some. Whoa! Full count. So full count, nobody out. Inside, and it's a ball. So one pitch later, same result.
Base on balls brings up the third baseman, number 21, Matt Hegre.
Here's Matt Haggerty, first and second, nobody out. Again, I would love to see him swing away here, but 35 games in, I wouldn't be shocked if he's laying it down. Strike one. See if it's still on. And these are the guys you want to swing in the order. What was that? They nearly threw that into center field. Luckily, a nice stab made by Larson at second to keep that. He threw that right at the bag at second before Larson was even close. Again, Mitchell's still assuming he's going to bunt with the 0-1. Sign might still be on. It's not. Wow. Ripped into the glove at third and doubled off at second. Nothing you can do about that. That's just a heck of a defensive effort. Schmidt made the play at the hot corner, and good cover from Larson to nab Messenger.
In the top half of the fifth, they scored no runs.
So 2 away. That erases 2. And now it's up to Alex Weaver. Curveball popped up infield. This should do it. Larson there for it. And from something brewing to all of a sudden heading into the dugout. We headed to the bottom of the 5th inning. Hardhats still clinging to a 2-0 lead. Hunter Tillery is absolutely dealing on the mound for the boys in powder blue. The Hardhats take their 2-0 lead into the home after the 5th next.
Single to center brings up the center fielder, number 2, Jared Miller.
First pitch swing for Max Schoenfelder, and a bloop base hit, right spot in the infield, right up the middle. So leadoff man aboard for Schoenfelder. Here's the tying run, Jared Miller, backwards K to his name so far. Starts him out with a strike looked at, 0-1. And pulls the string on a curve, 0-2.
Something over the plate.
Jared Miller, the center fielder, made a fantastic play out in center earlier this game. Trying to avoid his second K, 0-2. Little chopper left side foul. Throw to first. Not in time. Pitch foul back. And a good battle here between Miller and Tillery. It'll stay 0-2, another foul ball. Almost an hour into our game here. We're in the home half of the fifth. 0-2, nobody out. Low. 1-2. Tying run at the plate. 2-0 Hardhats. They got a run in the second, a run in the fourth. Pitch home, a wave and a miss, and down on strikes for the second time is Jared Miller.
Strikeout brings up the catcher, number 10, Ryan McGinnis.
Punch out number 5 for the lefty. And now one away with a runner on first, Ryan McGinnis. Turned a looper out to right center into extra bases. Foul tips one at the plate. 0-1. Pitch home, a called strike, and it's 0-2 to McGinnis. Leadoff single from Schoenfelder, but he's still at first, with now one away. Not a cloud in the sky. Pitch upstairs, 1-2. A hot summer Tuesday. Pitch home. It's chopped off the hand of Tillery. Boy, you do not want to be doing that. They'll luckily get an out over at first. That's the second time I've seen Tillery go up with that bare hand, and as a coach, that just makes you cringe in the dugout. Tillery's going to be kind of nursing that left hand of his. He's looking into the dugout. No movement there. And hopefully he's all right. It's going to work as a 1-6-3 ground out to get McGinnis. Moving to second, Schoenfelder. Tying run still at the plate. And here's Jonas Schmidt, who's the owner of a couple of nice plays at the hot corner defensively. Offensively, he's 0 for 1. Check swing. Appeal? He did not go. 1-0. Pitch missing. 2-0 to Jonas Schmidt with 2 away and a runner on second. There's a strike. Not where he wanted to throw it, as McGuire was set up on the outside of the plate, caught it on the inside. Still got the call, 2-1. Curveball, and in on the fist, he's able to get it off to the right foul. Pitch is low, and now it's full to Schmidt. First base unoccupied, however. It'll be Kobe Larson on deck in the top of the order. Senior night coming up tomorrow night at the Fitz. Boy, the throwback is luckily not in there. Celebrate and honor the post-22 Hardhats seniors. Senior night at the Fitz tomorrow night. And then tons to talk about regarding the 2019 Firecracker. Runner goes. This is served out to left. Alex Weaver will make the catch, and that will end the inning. Hunter Tillery, 5 shutout innings, and the Hardhats lead it 2-0 as we head into the 6th next on Fox Sports Rapid City and Hardhats TV.
At USI, we take over 150 years of knowledge and experience gleaned from the expertise of over 6,000 industry-leading experts, serving more than 150,000 clients nationwide, and we put you at the center of that world. We customize and deliver best-in-class property and casualty, employee benefits, personal risk, and retirement solutions to provide superior results. We call it the USI One Advantage.
On 106.7 FM and 11:50 AM, Fox Sports Rapid City, and streaming at foxsportsrapidcity.com.
Swing off the top of the 6th, Rapid City Post 22.
Top of the 6th for the Hardhats, leading it 2-0. 5 hits, no errors for the Hardhats. 2 hits, 1 error for Mitchell, Post 18. First of 2, flyby first game, just an hour into our game here. Hope I didn't just jinx that. But then we'll rejoin you after a 20 or 30 minute or so break in between games, get you set for game 2 right here on Fox Sports Rapid City and Hardhats TV. No Nate Brown show today. We're back for an hour tomorrow. And then, of course, we'll send it out to the Fitz for senior night at the Fitz. Packed week. Pitch home is a strike. Tequila is 1 for 2. Tourist season in town as well. In fact, I've got some buddies coming in. They've got the good old family road trip out to Yellowstone. They're stopping to see Rushmore, so I'll be entertaining some friends. My friends will be here this weekend. They'll probably catch the game Saturday, and what a tournament to do so with the Firecracker kicking off this weekend. Pitch inside to Keel. That'll be 2-1. The 44th year that Post 22 has hosted the Firecracker tournament. Tapper through the legs of the shortstop, or of the pitcher, and then underneath the glove of the shortstop. Tough play.
Keel reaches on the air.
It's going to be an error. So E6 will put Keel aboard. And we'll bring up Blake Weaver. Hardhats have strained at a lot of runners. The Cracker kicks off Saturday at 4:30 at home. 2 games on the first night. First pitch strike into Blake Weaver is 0 for 2 with an RBI. We'll face the Catalyst Cardinals and then Terre Haute. I'm from that area. I should know that. Terre Haute, Indiana will be the 2 games to kick things off. Another throw over. Sunday night, 7 p.m., we'll face that Fort Collins team we beat in Omaha earlier. We'll face a Premier West team from Denver Monday. Don't miss Fireworks Night Tuesday as we take on a familiar team, Missoula. We'll get a crack at Eden Prairie Wednesday as Blake Weaver shoots one out to left. Nash camped underneath will make the catch, first out. And then we'll have 5th place, 3rd place championship Thursday, July 4th, Independence Day. Runner takes off. Throw down to second on a skip is in time, and he is cut down. Branson Keel cut down trying to swipe second. And the Hardhats, again, having trouble getting those base runners home. Good thing they've got Hunter Tillery absolutely cruising on the mound. Hardhats now all of a sudden 2-0 with 2 outs And the base is empty. Leading by 2, a breaking ball inside to Jake Goebel. 1-1. Wave and a miss, 1-2. Something that's super cool is that veterans and active duty personnel will throw out the first pitch of each post-22 game. Looking forward to that. Mentioned the fireworks display, which will take place after the game on July 2nd. Kind of funny story. I've done many July 4th games during my extensive baseball career, at least calling games. And there was one minor league baseball game I'll never forget. It was the citywide fireworks display, of course, for 4th of July. Only they didn't think that the game would go into extra innings. So, yes, 1-2's outside, 2-2. We had a full display of fireworks while the top of the 10th inning was going on. You can only imagine how distracting that would have been for players. So I've seen a little bit of everything. 2-2, a swing and a miss. Jake Goebel down on strikes, and the Hardhats leave them scoreless here in the top of the 6th, despite the leadoff man reaching on an error. Hardhats still lead at 2-0, and Mitchell at home running out of outs. We head into the home half of the 6th next on Fox Sports Rapid City and Hardhats TV.
At 11:50 a.m. Fox Sports Rapid City and streaming at foxsportsrapidcity.com.
Dylan Corbett back here with you in the Anytime Auto Sales Service and Detail broadcast booth. We're into the home half of the 6th. Hardhats lead at 2-0 on the road. Game 1 of 2 in Mitchell. Top of the order, Kobe Larson against Hunter Tillery, who is spinning a gem. Gets a swing and a miss to start things off with Larson. Oh, 1 hits him. Breaking ball got away from him, and now the tying run will come to the plate. It's Calvin Hegg with nobody out.
First on hit, Masson brings up the shortstop, number 6, Calvin Hegg.
Pitch outside. 1-0 to Hegg. A little bit of stirring going on in the hard hat pen. Believe that's Colton Hartford. Swing and a miss, throw down to first. 1-1. Tillery's 1-1. Showing bunt, pops it up. McGuire has it, and 1 out. Hegg kind of couldn't really decide whether he was going to try and drag that or just put it down, and the confusion may have led to that being a lazy pop-up at the plate. That hurts a little bit. Now here's Peyton Nash with 1 away, and the runner still at first, Kobe Larson. Strike 1 called. Nash is 0 for 2. Twins will host Tampa Bay for a 3-game set beginning tonight. Kyle Gibson against Blake Snell, the 2018 AL Cy Young. Twins just split with Kansas City. Pulled to the right side. That's going to sneak through the hole. Larson will put on the brakes at second, and it's a base hit for Peyton
Right
Nash.
field brings up the right fielder number 21, Carson Max.
So the tying run is on first base with 1 out. 2-0 Hardhats lead it in the home half of the 6th. Here's Carson Max, who is 0 for 1, as the potential go-ahead run. And now things get a little tense here for Tillery. Most trouble he's running into so far this game. Hartford still not exactly throwing, but he's getting loose in the bullpen. Pulled to Bachman. He almost tripped, so that will not allow him to try and turn 2. Instead, he'll just throw the first for the second out of the inning. Not quite sure what happened there. But now it's second and third as the tying run is in scoring position on the 4-3 ground out. So Brady Hawkins, a single could potentially tie this game, and I think will tie this game based on how deep the outfield is playing. Pitch missing, 1-0. Also first base is open, but Max Schoenfelder singled his last trip. He's on deck. Hartford again still just lightly tossing in the pen. Strike in there from Tillery, 1-1. Pitch low and inside. It'll be 2-1. Three and one. So they're going to give him the free pass. No bother throwing a 3-1 right there. So now the bases are full for Max Schoenfelder. First pitch upstairs, nowhere to put him. Hartford will now start throwing with a little bit more urgency. Will he see another batter? Is Hartford going to come in for Jared Miller, who's waiting to come on deck? High Plains Physical Therapy Associates post or mound visit. I think Torvey's going to let him face at least one more batter, see if he can get out of the 6th with a win. And then Hartford will be on for the 7th. Tillery's just got to gear up here and try and get Jared Miller, who is 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Schoenfelder gives Mitchell their first run of the game. RBI single, his second hit. Now Jared Miller looking for his first. If he puts one in the outfield, Mitchell may have the lead. Ball one. You also got to throw strikes if you're Tillery, which hadn't been an issue until this inning. 2-0. Think he's taking a strike, would you not? There it is, 2-1. Fly ball, deep left center. Branson Keel has it, out number 3. Hunter Tillery bogs down, gets out of the inning with the lead. He serves up his first run of the game, but he's able to get out of it, holding on to this Hardhat 2-1 lead. Final inning next on Fox Sports Rapid City and Hardhats TV.
Off the top half of the seventh inning for Rapid City Post 22. The catcher, number 31.
Time for insurance for the Hardhats in the top of the seventh inning. They lead it 2-1. A little bit of a scare in the bottom half of the sixth, in which Tiller was able to navigate his way through it. But Mitchell does score their first run of the game, so 2-1. And Thomas McGuire will lead off. Serves it out to center. Plenty of room. Out number one, Miller. Here's Drew Metzer, a sack bunt and a flyout. Can't really say flyout. In fact, he was robbed of extra bases. If that snuck by Miller in center, had he not made a fantastic diving play, this was back in the fourth, Messer probably would have had his first home run of the year, and I'm not kidding. Swing and a miss on a nasty curve. Sadler's still out there dealing. What's been lost in the fact has been how dominant he's been on the hill. 2 runs on 5 hits, 3 walks, punched out 2. In tight to Messer, 1-1. He's coming up on 80 pitches. For Tillery, he finished with 91, and I think Hartford's going to take over for the 7th. Pitch bouncing in the dirt. It'll be 2-1 to Messer, top of the order on deck. Pulled through the left side. It's a base hit for Messer. First hit of the game for Messer, and now top of the order for Mason Messenger. Hit him. So Messenger has been aboard all 4 times, but he doesn't have a hit. Here's Bachman. And again, I'm thinking the bunt's on. But we'll see. Bachman, a hit by pitch and a walk. Takes the strike. Bunt was not on. Again, this is probably the scenario I would condone a bunt. You're looking for insurance in a 1-run game. Ball's going to sneak through. Metzer's going to third. The throw is offline, and it's into left. Thank you very much. 3-1 Hardhats. Messer comes home on the E2.
One scores on the air.
Wild pitch followed by an E2. That'll help. Messenger up to second. So now Bachman with the 1-1. He's going to label this one out to left center. Trouble, it's into the gap. Rolling all the way to the warning track. Bachman's got an RBI double. It's 4-1 Hardhats. They busted it open here in the 7th.
RBI double by Bachman brings up the third baseman, number 21, Matt Hegre.
Brings up Matt Hegre to try and continue the 7th inning hit parade. Hegre launches one deep out to left, but playable. Sounded and looked good off the bat, but Peyton Nash was positioned well deep and left.
The left fielder, number 18, Alex Weaver.
2 outs for Alex Weaver. Now a 4-1 Hardhats lead on 7 hits. 3 errors now for Mitchell, and Mitchell will have 8-9-1 due up trying to keep this game going. And they'll likely face Colton Hartford. Ball 1 to Weaver. Rockies will be in San Fran tonight as Weaver will foul back to the net. 1-1, Madison Bumgarner against former Texas Ranger Chi Gonzalez. for the Rockies. Rockies took game 1 last night 2-0. Pitch outside, 2-1 to Weaver. Hot shot past the shortstop. This will be good for an RBI single. Have yourself a day. Alex Weaver, his 3rd hit.
RBI single to left field brings up the center fielder number 20, Branson Keel.
Three runs across for the Hardhats, make it 5-1 here in the inning. Still only 2 outs, or rather, still 2 outs. Here's Branson Keel. Takes a called strike, going 1. Another throw over. Pitch in the dirt. It'll be 1-1 to Keel. 2-1. 7th batter of the inning. 3 runs across for the Hardhats. They lead at 5-1. Three and 1. Ball low. Ball 4. Keel aboard, 1st and 2nd. We're having a conversation on the mound presented by High Plains Physical Therapy Associates. As here's batter number 8 of the inning, Blake Weaver. Sadler still out there after the short mound visit. Pitch fouled back. Oh, 1 to Blake Weaver. This will scoot away, but flat-footed out at second was Alex Weaver. So everyone will stay put, 1-1. Pitch. Tapper back to the mound. Walking it over and then tossing it underhand to end the inning 1-3 to get Blake Weaver. But the Hardhats do their job with the bats in their hand. 3 insurance runs in the top of the 7th. They now lead it 5-1. Hunter Tillery with 6 innings. He's in line for the victory. And Colton Hartford's out there to try and close it out for him. We'll find out what happens next on Fox Sports Rapid City and Hardhats TV.
FM, 1150 AM, Fox Sports Rapid City, and streaming at foxsportsrapidcity.com.
Bottom of the 7th inning. 3 runs in the top half of the frame for the Hardhats, and they lead at 5-1. Colton Hartford on to try and close out game 1.
Post 18. The catcher, number 10.
Dylan Corbett with you in the Anytime Auto Sales Service and Detail broadcast booth. Ricky Larson to my right. Mitchell Black back in the studios. Eight 9-1 against Colton Hartford. Pitch in the dirt. One 0. Strike one. A double for McGinnis, and then a ground out. Pitch a little high, 2-1. Three and one. Pitch fouled back, so it'll run full to the leadoff man, Ryan McGinnis. Full count pitch. We'll do it again, fouled away. Pitch inside. It's a leadoff walk to McGinnis. Brings in Jonas Schmidt, who's got a pair of flyouts.
Up the third baseman, number 11, Jonah Schmidt.
Called strike to Jonah Schmidt. Top of the order on deck. Ryan McGinnis at the bag at first after a leadoff walk. Throw down to the bag at first. Back in after a ball called on Schmidt. Pitch upstairs. Curveball hit high out to left. Alex Weaver underneath. Out number one. Pitcher's ballpark here in Mitchell, and it's shown with the pitcher's duel here in game one. 5-1 our score. Now one out in the final frame. Here's Kobe Larson. He was hit by a pitch, came around to score the only run in the sixth. Pitch just missing. Two and oh. Kobe Larson 0 for 2 with the aforementioned hit by pitch. Three and 0. So with the insurance, thought this might be a quick bottom of the 7th. New pitcher in, Colton Hartford. And he falls behind the third batter of the inning, 3 and 0 with a runner on first and 1 out. And there's called strike. 3 and 1. Pitch in there for a strike. Colton battles back. It's another full count. Three-two, staying alive as he fouls it back.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for Rapid City, post 22, number 11, Colton Hartford.
Popped into shallow left. Who's got it? Alex Weaver does. Out number 2.
Flat to the left fielder, brings up.
And they threw it back to first. We've got a case of 2 different calls between our umpires. Alex Weaver with a heads-up rocket over to the bag at first, and it looks like safe will be the call. Heads-up play.
Flat to the left
Caught
fielder,
me staring down at my scorebook, too. 2 outs, here's Calvin Hegg. Alex Weaver wanted to end this batter early. Instead, it'll be up to Calvin Hegg, who's 0 for 3. Inside strike. Shot out to right, Messer over, and that'll end the ball game. 5-1, the Hardhats ride a huge, big-time start from Hunter Tillery to a 5-1 victory, their 26th win of the season. Don't go anywhere. We've got our High Plains Physical Therapy Associates post-game show. We'll award our player of the game, sponsored by Claiborne Lowson Sabres for Game 1, and we'll get you set for about a 20 to 30-minute break before Game 2 here from Mitchell. Thanks for joining us on this Tuesday evening for Hardhats Baseball. We wrap up Game 1 next.
SportsRapidCity.com.
Dylan Corbett back here with you in the Anytime Auto Sales Service and Detail broadcast booth. The final 5-1, the Hardhats take game one of their two-game set here in Mitchell this evening. A run in the second, a run in the fourth, 3 runs in the seventh, 5 runs on 8 hits, 1 run on 4 hits, and 3 errors for Mitchell. Let's quickly run through the Hardhat box score before giving you our player of the game. This is the High Plains Physical Therapy Associates post-game show. Are you tired of your injuries controlling your daily performance? Learn how to take back your health at highplainspt.com. Dylan Corbett with you in the Anytime Auto Sales Service and Detail broadcast booth. Mason Messenger at the top, 1 for 2, a run scored, and a walk. Only 2 extra base hits in this one for the Hardhats. Ryan Bachman had one of them, of course. Double, a run scored, an RBI, a walk, and a strikeout. Hagri Herrero for 4, Alex Weaver. He's going to be our Claiborne Lowson Sabres player of the game. He was 3 for 4 with a pair of runs scored, an RBI, and a double. Nearly ended it with a cannon from left field. The player of the game is sponsored by Claiborne Lowson Sabres. Whether it's divorce, DUI, injury, or a business dispute, when you need someone to step up for you and your team, Alex Weaver, your guy, and also Claiborne Lowson Sabres, your guys. Contact them at 605-721-1517. Alex Weaver, the Claiborne Lowson Sabres player of the game, 3 for 4 with an RBI double and a pair of runs scored. Branson Keel was 1 for 3. Blake Weaver was 0 for with an RBI ground out. Goebel 0 for 3. He was a late addition into the field as Jace Caldwell is still monitoring his condition. He was hit by kind of a fray ball that got away and hit him in the head, so knocked him out of game one. Wonder if we'll see him in game two. I would say on the safe side, probably not, but I've been wrong before. Hope Jace Caldwell's got a speedy recovery and hope he is okay. But Jake Opel is 0 for 3 in his absence. Thomas McGuire, he got the start behind the plate in game one. He was 1 for 2 with an RBI and a walk, continues to swing a hot twig. Drew Messer, 1 for 2, a run scored. And pitching-wise, Hunter Tillery was absolutely fantastic. He would be our pitching player of the game, too, as well. 6 innings, a run on 4 hits and 2 walks, 5 strikeouts, his second appearance with the team. And he has shown that he can play with the big boys. Hunter Tillery with a big-time performance on 91 pitches. He gets the win through 6 innings. Colton Hartford labored through a 20-pitch 7th inning, but still posted a scoreless one with a strikeout to end the game. 5-1 our final. Hardhats now 26-10, and we're getting set here in about 20 or 30 minutes or so for game 2 between Mitchell and Post 22. Mitchell falls to 15-10 with the game 1 loss. For Mitchell Black back in the studios, Ricky Larson to my right, I'm Dylan Corbett. Have a great, I'm getting too used to signing off. We'll be back in 20 to 30 minutes or so, and hope you stick with us here. Hardhats win it 5-1 in Game 1. Game 2 will be here shortly. For Mitchell, for Ricky, I'm Dylan. We'll send you back to Fox Sports Radio before we rejoin you for Game 2. This is Hardhats Baseball on Fox Sports Rapid City and Hardhats TV.